Welcome back to the Visual Novel Backlog. I am continuing my playthrough of Strange Antiquities. It's currently day 7, which is Wednesday, and if I recall correctly, last time we unlocked a bunch of objects using this little triad here, and we also got a new card. The maiden in the tower points the way. I'm buried among the trees. And I also discovered this little thing over. Oh, I wonder if these are. Yeah, I mean, we have 3. Okay, let me pull these down. And one more. There we go. Okay, so we've got this. I don't know if this is like a kind of sentence. I mean, there's only 3 slots, so maybe I should just try them in locations and see if anything happens. Oh. Did that do anything? I don't think so. Let's... Okay. I'm sure there's like some kind of hint that is supposed to make this more straightforward. Let me see what this is. On thaumic fields, all thaumic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thaumic lens. A diurnic field, these fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. I wonder if a thaumic lens is a specific object. Well, if it is, we don't seem to have it. Let me check in the back of the book. Not that I can see. Let me take this down here. We have these 3 symbols here. Okay, none of them are from that page. Okay, so this is arsenic. This is antimony. And this is phosphorus. And these don't move. Bismuth, zinc, phosphorus, magnesium, antimony, something, platinum, potassium, bismuth, zinc. Okay, so I mean, I've spotted where they are. They are the mundane element, but I don't know if there's like... Oh, wait, I don't have all of them. There's a 4th one. Okay, so I'm going to assume I don't have enough information or objects to complete this. I need 1 more of these tiles. But at least I know which page of the book it corresponds with. I just don't know how to interpret it yet. Okay, so now that that's done, let's try to figure out this clue. The maiden in the tower points the way. I'm buried among the trees. Now, is it here? Here's Hardwick Tower. So there are some towers, but should we just try going into one of the towers? No. Okay. And that is going to punish me. All right, let's not just wildly guess. Let's see if there's a tower over here. There's Golfrey's Tower, which is 22. That's over here. I climbed the narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arms point due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Due east? Is that what it had said? Maybe here? Nope. Okay, can I see that clue again? Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. And beyond? Maybe the mossy wood? Yes, okay. I had to think farther away. I find what I'm looking for in a small cavity carved into a sturdy oak tree. I look around half expecting to see someone, but there's nobody there. I take my prize and leave feeling my mood lifted by the smell of damp moss and the gentle rush of wind through the treetops. Okay, more gemstones. Let's put you right here. Nice cozy day, right, Jupiter? Hello again, Verona. I walked up the beck a mile or so in the cold, and yet yesterday found a section with a handful of dead fish floating in it, belly up, and blackened they were. I'm not sure what to make of it, but I don't like it. I'm on my way to Calgarth Hall. I spoke to Dr. Robertson earlier, and said that the two women they found there are still in the same state as the others, in a trance and eyes all black. Before I go, Anna Bryant asked me to drop this off. Okay. When we were kids, we used to explore an abandoned house on the lakefront. We'd take a boat out to the northern tip of Naylor Island and row across from there. You know the one I'm talking about. Second from the left in the row of 4. I found myself outside its doors 3 days ago, and I went inside for old time's sake. I wish I hadn't. It always had an ominous feel to it. It was taking me the last 3 days to summon the courage to write this letter, but I think it's better you see for yourself what's out there. Okay, let's bring this down here. Alright. We used to explore the abandoned house, the northern tip of Naylor Island. This whole thing is Naylor Island. But these look like the only houses, because that's just a tower, right? Take a boat to the northern tip, row across from there. Second from the left in the row of 4. Yeah, so these are the 4 houses. Okay. It's not what they want us to do. Do I... No? Yeah, there's no... This is the island. I don't know exactly what I was expecting to find. Anna's letter was quite vague, after all, but I certainly wasn't prepared for this. In an alcove of the house, peering out through loose mortar and crumbling brick, is a macabre shrine of sorts. The skull of a stag is mounted above the opening, its antlers smeared with a dark red substance, and large melted candles pool out onto the wooden floor on either side. In the center of the altar, there is a small iron chest, rusted and fused to the floor. It's clear that it has been here for a long time. I do not see any hinge or keyhole, or any way of opening it at all. But after a while, I notice an inscription that simply says, "I open to the voice." Alright, let's use this index, shall we? Oh, wait. Okay, so there is not a voice in the index. This is the voice of Cernunnos. So, could be that. Oh, yeah, use item. Yes! The chest opens to reveal a golden totem. I can't imagine who would have stashed it here or why, but it doesn't look like they're coming back for it anytime soon. Aww! Was it you, Jupiter? Look at that beautiful moonstone on its tummy. Alright, next. I apologize if this inquisition is an imposition to your disposition. It is not my intention to bring your attention a matter of contention. I have an inclination to perform an incantation of flirtation, for your part a leaden heart of the Thomic art. What a strange scenario. Alright, so we need a leaden heart, which, I mean, I think I might know what this is. These items depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. They are said to kindle romantic interest and are sometimes given as wedding gifts. Okay, so let's put the 2 pound here. It says it has a modest exterior. Trying to think what it looks like. I mean, that's also heavy, but I think whatever the description was would remark on its smell if that was it. I mean, these don't necessarily look modest. Oh, maybe this is modest. It's pretty heavy. Pleasant scent that reminds me of the forest. Hard and cool. Green gemstone. Where is this again? Depict the god Cernunnos in his non-human form. Well, let me look up Cernunnos again. Eye of the forest. Ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. Oh, I mean, it has this like swirly thing. So either this is the eye or it's the lead heart. Okay. So I think I'm going to label this. I'm going to change the label shape. I'm going to say this label means I'm not certain. I think this is the eye of Cernunnos. Okay. Oh, maybe this is it. It is very heavy. It's just a clay exterior. Okay. I mean, that makes sense too, because heart is like a pun on like the heart deer, and then heart like a beating heart. So yeah, that's fun. Okay. Kind of want to do a little rearranging. Look at these animal. Or do I want to put all three of the Cernunnos objects together? That could be a good way of remembering them. And then this. Do we have another animal? Yeah, we have this kitty cat. I'll just put those here. Oh, yeah, let's move this. Sure. Next! Oh, you're not Eli. I'm returning an item he asked me to repair. The mechanism was mangled, but I've replaced all the springs and given it a clean. Good as new. Thank you. Ooh. Pretty, pretty. Let's stick you up here. Now, speaking of, it wasn't my intention to leave you unattended for this long. But I'm afraid that I am going to need to rely on you for a little longer. The Order of the Black Veil seemed more concerned by the ravens than the black-eyed state that Mr. Hungerford was found in. They said that it would take a very powerful force indeed to upset them like that. Unfortunately, they either weren't able or weren't willing to talk any further on the subject. I was hoping to avoid it, but I must go to Oxford and the Bodleian Library. I will be gone for a few days at least, perhaps longer, but you seem to be handling yourself well here. I do not see eye to eye with the head of collections at the Bodleian, but I do know that he takes an interest in horticulture. I will take him a Scythian charm to smooth things over between us. Oh, I've already identified a Scythian. Oh, no, wait. That doesn't mean I've identified it. That's just telling me what I'm looking for. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Could it... Oh, this is literally just a plant. I kept thinking this was like one of the objects, but it's not. Okay. Okay, let me take a closer look. I mean, it literally just looks like a plot. Oops. Oh my gosh, why does it always a little confusing to me how to get rid of the magnifying glass. Okay. Usually are carved out of wood, but the more powerful designs make use of planetary metals. Okay, so we're looking for something with wood and metals. This one is wood, rough and gnarled. It doesn't say anything about being cool or warm. Unpleasant to the touch. Hard and cool. That's actual flesh, though. That's not wood. Oh, it could be one of these. This is wood. Hard and somewhat rough. Sharp aroma. Also a sharp aroma. Wood oak, if I'm not mistaken. Gold paint. Now this has actual gemstones in it. Uneven texture. Strong odor, sharp but not entirely unpleasant. I don't know. None of those really seem to match what we're talking about. This is the rotten eggs thing. None of these things... I mean, there are a couple metal things in there, but I don't have access to it, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, it did mention the cool. They change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch when it's raining. Yeah, and it is raining. So whatever it is should be cool. Hard and cool. I wonder if this is actually it. I had thought this was the Eye of Cernunnos, but maybe it's the Scythian charm. Nope. Okay. Should have trusted my first label. And this is not cool to the touch or anything, right? Yeah, nothing remarkable. Okay, I am very close to maxing out. I'm looking for something that's either made of wood or planetary metals like gold or silver. Okay, so it doesn't have to be wood. It can be an either or. I thought it was wood, but it had some elements. Okay, so now I know I can look for anything warm and smooth. Did it say worn and smooth? No, warm. Okay. Smooth. Smooth. Cool and smooth, but it's supposed to be warm and tingly. Hard and cool. This is warm. Those are cool. Nothing about it being tingly. Warm and vibrating with energy. Maybe. Yes. Okay. So that was a Scythian charm. I'm at a loss with these patients. They aren't responding to anything I've tried so far, and I haven't been able to find anything in the literature that fits their symptoms. I am finding that they become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. If nothing else, Dranthium tea from a restful mether might get a moment of lucidity out of them. But if you've got any ideas, then I'm all ears. Okay. Let's look at both of these things. So a restful mether. Thaumaturges linked to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking a different properties depending on the type of mether. This particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush of clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. Or, witches' fingers are said to be the severed digits of the witches of Undermere. They are capable of inflicting intense pain, but the goal is supposedly purification of the body, a most unpleasant experience, but a last resort that has cured some and finished off others. Yikes. Okay, so what is she needing them for? They've become violent if they aren't restrained, and they are always trying to leave. I mean, that should be a last resort. So, let's see. That's the purifier. Silent breath. Do we even have restful mether? A Dranthium plant. Oh, maybe it's the actual cup. It looks kind of like this one. A sharp aroma, and it's made of wood. Taking on different properties depending on the type of mether. Okay, this one has amethysts. This one has this oak leaf, but it doesn't have the same silhouette as this one. This one honestly looks the most like it. But I want... oh, no, wait. Gemstones. Stone of Containment, or... I know there was more than one purple. Oh, here we go. Calming Stone of Peace and Safety. I mean, I think either of those sounds promising. Yay! Iolite Gemstones of Peace. Okay, so restful mether. I've come to thank you for sharing the wonder of the Aries remnant with me. It has changed my life. I'm still getting to grips with it, but already I'm feeling my way back to painting again. Thank you. Oh. So sweet. Very smooth first day, although we did end up getting kind of close to tanking our sanity. Alright, end of day 7. We knew what he had to do. Without hesitating, he took hold of his diverging hook and used it to cut away the infected part of his mind. It could spread and consume before it could spread and consume him entirely. Ugh. Looks like a book. I am closest to the sunset, but furthest from the sunrise. What? Oh no. I can't even tell which of these it's supposed to be. Because on the one hand, this card looks like the towers here. North is down, this is pointing this way. Okay. I was like, which one is the westernmost tower? Oh, and I have such bad visual for direction. Okay, so the view from the tower is quite beautiful, but it's what I find inside that catches my attention. In the middle of the room is an unlocked wooden chest, and within that, not one, but two smaller wooden chests, along with a cryptic scrap of paper. Oh, okay. So we have an interesting symbol here. Is there no way to just open this? Wood and bronze detailing. It's polished, hard and cool. Okay. I wonder what symbol that could be. I mean, it might not be in here, but that seems silly to put a symbol on it and then not have it be in here. But it looks like it's not. Okay. Unless I just skipped over it. And this just there's an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. Ugh. Wood and gold leaf. Okay. Let's just put these here for now. Object made from silver. This looks like it was referring to this. Object made from silver. Okay. Actually, let's put these two papers together. Oh, hey. Let's put the boxy looking things down here. I'm gonna go ahead and this isn't quite a box, but It's a container. Oh, I guess they're gonna be a little squished. That's okay. Hello, Francesca. As if I didn't have enough on my plate right now, my sister Bonnie has been acting strange lately. She never got over the death of our father. She's always blamed Mr. Potter for his role in it. Now, with all this happening, she's got it in her head that he's behind it somehow. I'm worried she's going to do something stupid. If she comes in here, whatever you do, do not give her anything dangerous. I want to give her a keepsake, to let her know that she is still loved. I've seen people gifting one another wooden totems, but I don't know what they're called. Oh God, okay. Okay, let's try looking for love. The Selenic totem, was that wood? The owl? Yeah, let's try that. Yes, okay. Thank you. Unfortunately, I have some bad news to share. Jack Hungerford has not responded well to the Dranthium tea. If anything, he appears to have sunk deeper into the trance. I daren't try anything else in case I make things worse. I wonder if the witch's finger was the correct move. Here you go. Those silly sods at Kelgirth Hall wouldn't let me in to look around. It seems I've upset the little lord who lives there at some point in the past. Allegedly, I refused to perform an exorcism on his haunted house. He didn't like my suggestion that it might be the local kids playing pranks on him because he's a mean old git. I love her. I'm not so easily put off, though. Do you have a Tenebrin cloak I could use this evening? I've got some snooping to do. I love what a Miss Marple she is. Okay. Upon activation, a Tenebrin cloak can create a sphere of enshrouding darkness that will cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Okay, are you bronze? No, you are gold. Something with a single stone. Ooh, could be the... Nope, that's gold. Look at this. This is bronze, and it's got a single stone. The stone is green. So let's look for one of the green ones. I know there's like 3 of the earth. It's not malachite, I don't think. I could have sworn there was another one. Stone of sight. Huh. Well, I mean, a stone of sight doesn't really look like malachite. Okay, what about this? This is also bronze, and this is turquoise. Is turquoise not in here? Kyanite. Aquamarine. Yeah, I don't see turquoise, but that doesn't mean this couldn't be it. Okay, I do... Ooh, wait, this is also malachite. But it doesn't say anything about there being bronze. Do we get anything else from this? Just that it's polished. And what about this one? Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Nope. This one? Shit. Okay. Well, this is the only other one that I could think of using. Let me look at these symbols before I do something dumb. Is that one antimony? And then phosphorus. But I don't know what those correspond to. Oh, it's not that either. Okay. Okay, I forget what I'm supposed to do. Oh God. Okay. Are these, oh, we can bank them. Okay. There we go. Okay, I think those little stars are just like wild cards. Okay, we've collected ourselves. We are sane again. There's nothing down here. Nothing in the locked area looks like it would be a fit. But to be fair, nothing else looks like a fit either. I should consult my gemstone book to see if there's a suitable stone for this. Okay. Stone of containment, water, dark purposes, peace and safety, earth and nature, body and mind, stone of sight, protection enveloping, night and fury, night and of darkness, stone of strength. There's a sleep vessel. See, but this is gold, it's not bronze. And this was sight, but that's not it. Oh wait, could it be this? No, it's iron. She said it said bronze. Yeah, that, well, this is bronze. Stone of protection and envelopment. Maybe it is this. Okay, I was just so focused literally on it's only bronze and a gemstone. So I didn't even think to look at anything that had another substance. As soon as I saw another substance, I was like, it can't be that. All right, Tenebrin cloak. Ugh, him. I bumped into Eli at the station yesterday before he left for Oxford. His train was late, so we had a brief chat, and he suddenly remembered something he wanted to tell you. I told him I'd pass on the message. Okay. In other news, I've got a little something for you, if you're interested. It's going to cost you, but it's worth it. A map of the catacombs. Very rare. Worth a lot to someone in your line of work, I imagine. And all I'm asking in return is a valent. Can I see this now? Ooh, keep forgetting to mention it would be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard, hidden in the counter. EW. Okay, so that's just my letter. Curses is interesting. All right, what is a valent? The holes in a valent are of roughly equal spacing and size. They are used to the adventurous to help them find their way. A curious pulse can be felt where its power concentrates. Okay, so we're looking for something with holes. And that was plural. My heart feels lighter. Okay, not that. This has holes. Rough and pitted. But there's nothing remarkable about it. This also has holes. I forgot too that it said there's a feeling where its power is concentrated. Vibrates with energy. Okay, I think this is it. Yes. All right, another map. Ugh. I don't think it would be wise to just randomly come in here. Right? That sounds like a bad idea. So let's just tuck this away. It'd be helpful for you to read Dr. Robertson's booklet on curses. You'll find it in the cupboard, hidden in the counter. Well, I mean, there's this thingy. Okay, we're definitely looking for something that's gonna unlock it. How do I... Oh, here you go. Do I need to... Okay, there we go. What looks like it could be roughly that shape? Is there anything in here about like keys? Does not seem to. Alright, let's just try a couple other things. Oh, maybe this? How about this? Oops. let's keep going, because maybe I don't have the thing yet. I feel like I'm going crazy here. I know who's behind this madness, these people with the pitch black eyes. But nobody is listening to me. I've seen it happen before. 7 years ago, my father died the same way. Well, since nobody will listen, I'm going to take care of it myself. A Corvin's might, please, and I'll be on my way. Okay. Let's see what the thing she's asking for actually does. A Corvin's Smite, sometimes called an Eagle's Gift, is an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic power. When the warrior Queen Corvin was surrounded and close to defeat, a gift came to her from an unlikely source. With it she turned the tide of battle, and the legend of the Bloody Queen was born. Okay. And what does a Grey's Grace do? Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of a shadow catcher. That seems not intrusive. So let's look at the shadow catcher design. What is a shadow catcher? Okay. A shadow hold, okay. So it looks like this. Oh, this has like that light, pleasant feeling, right? Which one was the shadow catcher? Just so I can compare them. Or a shadow hold, that's what it's gonna be labeled as. That's a shadow hold. Okay. Don't insult me, Thaumaturge. This isn't some depression that can be cured with your little trinkets. I will get hold of a Corvin's Might. Well, I did what she told me. Alright, so that was a Grey's Grace? Yes. Alright, end of day 8. As his mind roiled in confusion, he watched through his remaining good eye as his partner lunged towards the satchel that contained the casket. To his horror, he saw that his partner's eyes were black. Like a doorway, maybe? Oh God. I'm guessing this is our new map. What looks like this? This one, 1688. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. Yes! I squeeze through a partially collapsed passageway and emerge in a small chamber. Glinting in flickering torchlight, I catch sight of a pendant dropped across a old gravestone. Ooh, pretty. Oh, hey, Jupiter's not here. Are Yorkie? No. I knew that was too good to be true. Oh. There we go. Alright. My awakening ceremony takes place at the convent tomorrow. I will need a talon. Alright. The League of the Amphesian Heart uses these items as part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days, 7 sevens, after which the scar will forever mark them. That sounds awful. Why would you want to do that? Okay. That's the tiger tooth. Nothing back here looks like what we're talking about, at least. I mean, it does look like it has 2 puncture marks on his cheek, so I think it's this. Yes. Gross. I don't feel good about that. Yeah, that's the bad one. Oh, it's been a while. Oh, where's Jupiter today? I always look forward to coming in to say hello to him. I've been working my way through the journal, but it's heavy going. I keep coming back to this series of sketches. Does this mean anything to you? Could it relate to the plinths? It relates to this, right? Maybe. Okay. Oh, you're back already. I've come back for that Corvin's mite, and I'm not taking no for an answer this time. All right. Oh, that's... I want a Corvin's mite. Either you give it to me or you never see your cat again. Okay, well... I have to give it to her because I'm not losing Jupiter. Okay, sometimes called an eagle's gift. It's an assassin's tool that makes use of Wixic powers. Okay, so let's look up the symbols for Wixic. So this is the symbol. It's a long kite with a circle in the middle and then a circle at the top. I mean, these are the only ones that look like that. So let's look for a Wixic mark. No. Nothing. I mean, it is possible that it's locked in that cupboard, which makes me a little nervous. I mean, I wonder if I'm also not on the right path. Those boxes down there don't have... I mean, this one has feathers. But why would it have a protection gemstone? And that's not really a weapon. Well, it's a tool. It's not necessarily the weapon itself. And he also has some kind of a stone in its mouth. I don't think those look more promising. Well, let's go to the location. Not you. Take it to the woods behind Calgarth. Okay, Calgarth is 25. So this is the woods. That's close enough, says a voice from the shadows. Give me the Corvin's might, and I'll return your cat. I peer into the gloom, but I can't see anyone amongst the trees. I hesitate. I should give her what she wants, but then again, I am a thaumaturge. I don't always have to do what people want. Perhaps there's a better way to find out where Jupiter is. Oh. What is a diverging hook? A diverging hook is a way to carve thoughts from the mind of another. If done with skill, the third party may have no realization that the thought was ever there at all. But it is all too easy to leave a mind in disarray. Even when approached with care, the unanchored thoughts are easy to lose track of. They have a single gemstone from each of the 3 thaumic branches. Okay. What are the 3 thaumic branches? Diurnic, Wixic, and Dradic. So it needs to have one of each. So we have this one, which is the pale yellow, dark green, and black. So that's Mentic. Dradic, Wixic. This could be it. That has orange and the light. Oops, wrong one. Amber is Diurnic. Topaz is Wixic. And turquoise oh no, it could be either of those things. Dradic. Dradic, Wixic, and Diurnic. Dang it. So it could be that, it could be this. I mean, this looks like mind stuff. Okay. Okay. I focus my attention on the diverging hook, searching the woman's mind hurriedly for any thoughts relating to Jupiter. It doesn't seem long for her to realize that something is wrong. She steps out from the shadows with an enraged look on her face and lunges at me, causing me to slice wildly with the diverging hook. Her feelings of anger flow through the hook into me and scatter. She stumbles forward, confused now, and I try again, this time latching onto a swirling image of Jupiter's face, and I cut once more. I learn instantly that Jupiter is safely stowed aboard the Marybelle, and I back away uncertainly, feeling a complex mixture of anger and pity at the now placid woman in front of me. Oh, diverging hook. Okay. The Marybelle is an old paddler steamer that hasn't been in working condition for many years. There's nobody aboard and nobody that I can see at least, so I climb over the railings and start peering through grimy windows. As I approach the far side of the boat, I hear desperate crying coming from behind a windowless door. I try the handle and it opens to reveal an unimpressed cat with mismatched eyes. Jupiter. He springs from his prison into my arms. I hold him tight to my chest and he rubs my chin with the back of his head, purring with delight. Yay! Oh, my poor sweet boy. Who's a good baby? Yeah. Alright. I'm sorry. Hello, Wyatt. I think I've been cursed. 2 weeks ago, I was quietly minding my own business in the guilty ram when a stranger came up to me. He handed me a book titled The Changes of Dr. Learmonth before leaving. Something about it intrigued me enough to take it home with me. Ever since I read the first page, I have been having terrible nightmares, and they're getting worse. I spoke to Dr. Robertson, and she sent me here. Okay. I need that book. So theoretically, I would be able to, open this? But nothing has been opening it. I tried that when I got it. Wait, have I tried these? You? 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 I mean, I feel like it should be something that can slot easily in there. I should get that cupboard that's set into the counter open. I can rotate the wheel to bring it up and get a better look at it. Okay, yeah, I got that part. I need some sort of key for the cupboard on the counter. Perhaps I have something among my items. I got that part too. The key for the cupboard has a flower pattern on it. If I push the pedals right while inspecting it, I can see the right configuration of pins. A flower pattern on it. Nothing looks terribly flowery to me. If I push the petals while inspecting it, wasn't I able to zoom in on this earlier? I feel like I did. And now I no longer know how to do that. How do I zoom in? I know I've done this before. So this needs to rotate. That's part of the problem, I think. But how do I move them? Yeah, putting something in it doesn't... Well, this has a flower. Okay, but yeah, like nothing. How do I zoom in on it? Am I imagining that I zoomed in earlier? What even looks vaguely flower-like? I mean, this is pointy. It's not really floral. Ah. Okay. Let's move there. That's... okay. Okay. So I need one on the side. Basically like the bottom one. Like that. I wish I could just find that clever instead of kind of annoying. Okay, I guess that's purpose is just to open this. Goodbye. Oh no, there isn't any kind of... okay. Terrible nightmares from a book that he read. Heart feels like it's restricted, necrosis, breathing, burning. Poison of the mind. Okay, noctic sight. Those suffering from this curse speak of increasingly vivid nightmares. That could be it. Yeah, I think it's noctic sight. Waking hallucinations. No, he does not have sapphire eyes. Okay, so noctic sight. Moonstone Guardian. Okay, which one was the Moonstone Guardian? That's a Hulk and Grim. Okay, what does this say? These tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. I know it's labeled somewhere. Or I think it is. Have I not identified it? Oh, I haven't. Tend to take the form of a comforting guardian. Maybe this kitty? It's got a moonstone. Yes. Whew. There's not much that can unsettle me these days, but I found something at Calgarth Hall that I'd rather I hadn't. In the cellar, where they found those two poor girls, I came across a bubbling black mess that was oozing from the rock itself. Seems there's a sickness in Undermere, and it's in the earth and the water, and it's spreading. I suppose it falls to me to find out where it's coming from. If it's underground, then underground's where I'll start. See if I could find anything in the catacombs. I realize now that I've been a little careless. I've been getting headaches. I won't go into the catacombs without a sextrum. Alright. Protects against insanity in all its forms. These items, like the mind itself, are not well understood. That really doesn't tell us much. Is there a symbol for the mind, maybe? Mentic. This is the symbol for insanity. But you don't want to imbue it with insanity. You want to protect from insanity. Well, this has, that looks like the symbol for insanity. Maybe that's like protect, protect, protect. So what is the protection? Okay, yeah, it's this. Whew. I feel like that makes up for not understanding that flower one. I'm gonna be for real. I had to look up a hint because I was not going to get that. And this feels like better deduction. All right, let's label this. Oh, that's the end of the day already. He tried to use the diverging hook on his partner as he had done on himself, but he could find no part of him that had not been taken over by the infection. His partner's hands ripped at the satchel, tearing it open and sending the black casket tumbling out. All right, let's see what our hint is that we'll be using next time. A cross. I'm guessing this is also the catacombs. Below a moon that does not shine, there is no mark upon my shrine. In the dark, but not alone, my neighbor bears a cross of stone. Interesting. It's raining. Lovely. Nothing of immediate note today. Let's give Jupiter one more pet. One thing that I don't like about either game is when you get a clue that feels very obtuse. And we haven't had any practice with manipulating any of the objects, so I wish that we had been given something along those lines earlier that would help point us in the direction like, hey, you know, prod, twist, turn, just so that it makes a little bit more sense, because I don't know how you would figure that out without numerous hints. But aside from that, I'm definitely enjoying things. I think the plot in the first game builds up a lot quicker, with this like cult that's going on, and the black eyes is like disturbing to be sure, and I love a murderous crow kind of story, but I do wish that there was more unfolding throughout. But you know, I think there's still a fair amount of days left, and I can also see a couple points where things might diverge if you were to play it again. So I'm going to set those qualms aside from now and just enjoy the rest of the ride for what it is. All right, so that's going to be the end for today. Until next time, bye!